Hey, welcome to the TCTV Training Show Theater. We've got some great TCTV Training Show segments to watch. One about the Nisqually Wildlife Preserve, one about Media Island, and another about your money.
It's the TCTV Training Show. The TCTV Training Show. They're learning how to shoot and learning how to light, learning how to mic and edit right. These are TCTV's finest in training, doing their best with focusing and framing. It's the TCTV Training Show. The TCTV Training Show. You're watching TCTV. It's the Training Show. The TCTV Training Show. They will get better.
Hey, welcome to the TCTV Training Show Theater. That's right. We're going to see some great TCTV Training Show segments today on our brand new theater. So grab yourself some popcorn and enjoy this first segment by David Jarvis on the Nisqually Wildlife Preserve.
So Nisqually National Wildlife Refuge was established in 1974. Prior to that, it had been a farm since the early 1900s. It was a dairy farm, and when the farmers no longer were able to farm the area, the Delta was looked at by a number of entities to become a deep water port or a landfill, but fortunately a lot of conservationists of the day understood the value that the Delta had to wildlife and worked with the state and federal government, and the federal government did decide to establish Nisqually National Wildlife Refuge, and in 1974 bought the first land which established the refuge. This is a great time of year to visit the refuge just north of Olympia. There are lots of birds that spend the fall and winter on the Nisqually River Delta. They're mostly the waterfowl, ducks and geese. About 20,000 decide to spend the entire winter here. They find everything they need: food, resources, shelter. The ducks, about 10 different species of ducks. Probably the most common are American widgeon. And you'll see those in great numbers out feeding in the fields and in the shallow ponds around the refuge. So come visit the refuge and head out on the trails, get your binoculars, and see what birds you can find.
David, that is the most incredible sunrise I've ever seen in a training show segment. I'm going to have to take that and put it in a loop and play it over and over again to get to sleep. It's so nice. So, what a great, wonderful topic. The Nisqually Wildlife Preserve is a beautiful place. Oh, and it looks so great in these images. Great camera work. I love the gnat sound. The gnat sound is the natural sound. You hear birds throughout, even throughout the interview. I don't often recommend using the camera mic. So I noticed that the camera mic was used during the interview. A lavalier probably would have sounded better, but you got that room sound. So it really made you feel like you were in a natural history museum or something. But still, if you didn't want that echoey effect in there, use a lavalier and you could still put those birds on underneath. So that was a great job, David. We're going to go to our next segment about Media Island by Daniel Williams and Rick Fellows. So enjoy.
We're at the front steps of Media Island International, across from the Timberland Regional Library in Olympia, Washington. I'm here with Daniel Williams, cameraman, and we're presenting a tour of Media Island.
We're members of the Olympia community, and we're here outside of Media Island. And Tom, what is Media Island?
Well, let me tell you what Media Island is, Mike. Media Island is a resource and networking center for individuals, organizations, and movements working on social justice, economic democracy, ecological sustainability, and peace. We gather, evaluate, and distribute underpublished information on critical issues at strategic times. Welcome to Media Island International.
Yes, and what a chore you guys have ahead of you.
What a chore we have. It's the day after Inauguration Day. Now we have Barack Obama replacing, what was his name?
Oh gosh, I forgot. I hope we don't get reminded another 4 years though.
I hope we don't either, because the eyes of the world are watching, and the truth is getting harder to hide. And here I am with cameraman Daniel Williams on the famous Media Island Info Porch. We have all sorts of literature and information here on the Info Porch. The Info Porch is open 24 hours a day for people to come in and peruse the information we have. We have information on the prevention of sexual assault to environmental issues, green pages. We have all sorts of information here, and people are welcome to come and post information on our bulletin board about upcoming events and take information with them that they might be interested in having. Here we are in the front room of Media Island International, where we have our activist library. Over here we have a lot of library books on different issues, from U.S. politics to foreign policy to labor. People are free to check out books here at the Media Island Library. We have a checkout system, and people are also welcome to come in here and use the library as a reading room. Here we have our Xerox machine that we just got donated from the Olympia School District. And it collates, and it does our printing for us to distribute information on different actions that are going on locally. And over here we have an archive of past publications, ranging from Utne Reader to In These Times, Foreign Voice, Earth First, and Co-Evolution Quarterly, among other publications. We also have meetings in this room and in this room, and check out meeting space to different groups. We're in the front room of Media Island International, and we're taking a look at the recent publications, magazines that are here for people to take a look at as they are in the reading room at Media Island. This kitchen is famous for a lot of food preparation, but in particular, every week, Food Not Bombs comes here to cook food for people, street people. Here we are in the backyard of the Media Island property. We're showing off our bicycle rack here. Since climate change is upon us now, we really do a lot to encourage people to ride their bicycles and to walk, because we really think that's the future for saving our planet.
Nice topic, guys. Now we all know more about Media Island. Let's see. I liked the formatting of this segment. The way we saw an interview and then some B-roll, and then we had a scene change and another interview and some more B-roll. It was hypnotically repetitive. I loved it. One thing that may have made it a little bit better is some music underneath the B-roll. It was kind of quiet at that spot, and you might lose some viewers there. They get bored. People get bored. They get bored easily. So put some music underneath there, or let the dialogue carry on underneath the B-roll there. Some lighting issues. The audio sounded great, but at the beginning we had a backlight problem right there on the sidewalk. You could use a filter to fix that, or just make sure they're out in the sunlight more. Whenever you have a bright background and not a lot of light on the subject, then you tend to have this problem where the person is dark compared to the background. And then in the kitchen scene, it may have also been related to a backlighting issue because you had the window in the shot, and the auto iris kicks in to mess up your shot. So you could have used a light kit or use a color correction filter in Final Cut to fix that up a little bit better. Great job. Let's go to Andrew and Tim with a segment entitled Your Money.
What would you do if someone offered to give you a month's salary on the condition that you invest and not spend the money? Some people are most comfortable drawing on the experiences of family members or the advice of investment professionals.
Well, I think the first place I would look would be a brokerage firm. I think that my mother uses, can I go ahead and mention that? Tom?
Oh, certainly.
It'd be like Prudential. Everybody wants their proverbial piece of the rock. And so
What I would do is I would probably go consult Edward Jones, the investment company. My parents had investments with them, and as they were needing to leave their money to their children, they transferred money to us to an Edward Jones account, and we were pretty satisfied with the way that they invested the money for my parents. And so that's what I would probably do, is consult Edward Jones.
Well, last year my husband and I went to a financial advisor. So probably this is a short answer. I would probably call him and just put it into something that I've already invested in. I would probably just increase what I'm already doing.
Other people are less sure and have only a general idea of what they might want to do or where they would look for information.
Well, considering it's a small sum, I think the first place I would go is just the daily newspaper and see how the economy is doing. And typically that's the front line of the information that I receive about how the stock market is going in general, how safe real estate prices are doing, and those type of things. Beyond that, it becomes kind of cobwebby. I'm not sure where I would pursue it after that.
A little uncertain about what to do. Where to start? I'm not sure I trust financial advisors, and I think I'd want to go to the library to get a little information. I'm not even sure what the library offers in terms of those kinds of resources. I really don't know whether there's anything there, but we have researched everything from repairing our car to teaching our son how to speak German when we moved overseas, so I'm assuming there might be something there, but I don't know.
In fact, Timberland Regional Library does have investing information that is current, accurate, and unbiased. This includes subscription databases available through the library website. These will give you information that you won't find in a regular Google search.
And the other thing is I'm familiar with is databases at my library. So I might go to my library and access some databases online and see what kind of information I could get from those databases, what return I might, project, or they might project. Mm-hmm. And those, I think, would be my resources.
Probably go to the Timberland databases and start looking at the various investment updates and things like that. Find out where they're projecting the market to go in that. But
in addition to the financial databases we've already mentioned, there's a new source of investment information at Timberland. It's called Your Money, a guide to reaching your financial goals. It can also be accessed through the Timberland Regional Library webpage or in print at any one of the 27 Timberland branches.
Nice jump back. Good choice. There was some mic problems in this segment. I think a lot of the times the mic wasn't plugged in right, the adapter or whatnot. The mic may have been off if they were using the lav. Obviously, I saw the lav in the shot, which brings me to another issue. Don't have a mic cable over a white shirt. And also make sure that your mic is plugged in right. Use headphones and you will know if it's not plugged in. So make sure you bring those headphones with you. The great thing about this segment, where there are lots of interviews. Good work. That takes a lot of time to set up all those interviews and do all those shoots. So I commend you for all those interviews. So let's talk about the background. I thought it was a little bit wrinkly. Yeah, watch out for the wrinkly backgrounds, a little bit distracting. Well, let's go to our last segment by Caleb Reed on organic farms.
Organic farming is a form of agriculture that relies on crop rotation, green manure, compost, biological pest control, and mechanical cultivation to maintain soil productivity and control pests. Strictly limiting the use of synthetic fertilizers, the synthetic pesticides, plant growth regulators, livestock feed additives, and genetically modified organisms.
In 2001, the established total market of certified organic products was established to be $20 billion. By 2002, it was $23 billion, and by 2005, it was $33 billion, with organic monitoring product sales of a $40 billion in 2006. I'm sitting here with Tricia Davis, and she has a organic shop. It's called Uptown Organics, and we'd like to ask her some questions about her sandwich shop. Okay, are all your products organic, Tricia?
All of our products are not organic, but all of our products are free from pesticides, nitrates, high fructose corn syrup, or other preservatives that compromise health and well-being for our customers. So we seek organic whenever possible. If we cannot find organic, at a minimum, it needs to be natural and free from GMOs and other things that compromise health.
Okay, a very popular question for our viewers is all your pop organic? That's a big question for us.
I would say probably 95% of our sodas, pops, and juices are organic. Those that are not organic still are sweetened with organic evaporated cane juice or a rice syrup or agave nectar. They may not be certified organic, but again, they're free from unnatural colorings, flavors, or sweeteners.
And also, where would you buy something like this? I mean, where do you go to buy it?
Well, organics have kind of increased in popularity in the last few years, so there's some natural food distributors and as well as local companies that we procure our ingredients and our items from. So we kind of have the benefit of having the demand there. So now as we look and try to find some of those and source some of the ingredients we need, we find it here locally with organically grown, some of the local farms, as well as Farmers Own, which is a subsidy of Charlie's Produce out of Tacoma. And then Costco has great organic options, Cisco, United Natural Foods, lots of fun places to shop.
Okay, thank you very much, Tricia. It's been nice talking to you, nice meeting you. Have a great afternoon. To maintain soil productivity, they control the pests to maintain
All right, good topic. I noticed a lot of shaky camera movement during the interview, so try to limit your camera movement while you're in the middle of an interview. You don't need to pan between people. You could do those as separate shots and cut between them, or you could stay at a wide shot. Maybe occasionally do a slow push in and make sure it's slow and steady. Also, these images were framed badly. Too much headroom, so make sure that you tilt down a little bit more, and you just want about that much at the top of the head there. Also, watch out for those titles. You don't want them over people's faces, so you could bring that title down a little bit or just have the title over a jump back or some other graphic. Nice job, Caleb. That is our final segment on the TCTV Training Show in our new TCTV Training Show Theater. If you would like to have your video segments on the big screen here at the TCTV Training Show Theater, why don't you join the Digital Field and Editing class? You can find out when those classes are by going to our website, tctv.net, or just giving us a call, 956-3100. Remember, you must be certified for orientation and you must be a current member of TCTV to take classes. Watch the TCTV Training Show every Thursday night at 8 o'clock and Sunday at 3:30 p.m. only on TCTV 22. Thank you for joining me at the grand opening of the TCTV Training Show Theater. We'll see you next month. Till then.
It's the TCTV Training Show. The TCTV Training Show. They're learning how to shoot and learning how to light. Learning how to mic and edit right. These are TCTV's finest in training, doing their best with focusing and framing. It's the TCTV Training Show. The TCTV Training Show. You're watching TCTV. It's the Training Show. The TCTV Training Show. They will get better. Training Show.
Training Show. Training Show.
Training Show.
Training Show. TCTV Training Show. Training Show. Training Show. Training Show. Training Show. Training Show. Training Show.